Hello everyone, this is the Golden Lock Picker and I'm back at you here with another lock in the vise today. What I have for you guys today is the Master Lock 100-year anniversary lock, and this lock specifically was made in honor of Master Lock's 100th birthday, which would be since 1921. So obviously this lock's been out there for quite a while. I think plenty of people have done a pick on this. But for me, this is a new video for the channel, and I want to make sure to include this because I think it is a popular lock to own just because it's Master Lock. It is guttable. And what's interesting about this lock is for this being their 100-year anniversary lock, it's kind of interesting that they actually went with sort of the exact same key that you'd use on the Master Lock number 5, which obviously they're pretty famous for. And the construction of the body, while it looks like the Pro Series, is actually a little bit different. So we can look at this key here, and you can see there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts in this key. So there's only 4 key pins that we have to worry about. And as you look here, you can actually see this is a riveted construction. So that means that this actually is a laminated lock body inside of here. Inside of this construction, even though it looks very similar to the Pro Series and some of the other ones. So, Master Lock staying true, I guess you could say, to their roots and honoring that laminated steel construction. So, the other thing too that's kind of interesting about this lock, in addition to obviously it has that Master Lock style keyway you'd find on an M5 or anything else like that, or I should say the Master Lock number 5, is that this core, it is sprung, but what's weird is that the shackle is not. So let me demonstrate that for you guys. What I mean by that is we can stick this key in here and turn it slightly, and it will spring right back. It's got enough tension there that it will go over. But this is something that's really interesting for you guys, is if you turn this thing all the way over, the shackle doesn't pop. So you actually do have to pull the shackle on this thing. So when you're picking this, don't be surprised if when you pick it and you rotate this thing all the way around, that you actually don't get an open right away. That's not unusual. It's not, there's nothing wrong with the lock. But one thing that can cause problems as you're trying to do that is if you're using top of the keyway tension, and I'm going to demonstrate here using this 50 thousandths turner from Jimmy Long's. When you stick this turner in, obviously as you're getting over, it can kind of get a little loose or wobbly, and if you have to pick up the lock and yank on the shackle here, you might lose your open. So personally myself, I prefer to pick this lock with bottom of the keyway tension here. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and I will be using a 50 thousandths turner, bottom of the keyway, top of the keyway turner from Jimmy Long's. And I know normally anything orange belt and lower I've been trying to pick with the starter set turner, but truthfully, having the right turner in this case really, I think is really important, especially considering all the obstructions in our way here that we're dealing with. So. All right, so I'll also be using the short flat hook in 23 thousandths, and we'll go ahead and get to picking here. So I'm just going to put like a little bit of tension there. Just got a little bump on one. You can see we kind of drop down just a little bit there. And got a little bump on 2. Trying to see if we can get something on 3. Nothing quite yet. Maybe a little counter rotation there. All right, and it looks like we got this open already. So now this is kind of what I was talking about. Make sure that you don't drop that open a little bit wide here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold with my top. I'm gonna reinsert my bottom tensioner. And I'm gonna turn this all the way over. And I want to be very careful here and pull that shackle. Okay. All right, and we'll see what we got here. All right, looks like we got the cylinder over. Just make sure we keep there. Interesting. So we have the lock over, but it's not opening. There it goes. All right, just took a little bit of a bump there. So that's one reason, personally myself, I would rather, you can see once you've got the shackle out, it's no longer under tension there. So that's one reason I like to have that bottom of the keyway tension, because the weatherproofing on this sometimes can be a bit of a bear to pull the shackle out of. Some of these have been like that, and that's kind of annoying. So that was the Master Lock 100 year anniversary lock. It's an orange belt lock. You can find more information about this on lpubelts.com. At this point in the video, I'm actually going to take this a step further for you guys, since that was kind of a quick pick. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to gut this thing. So if you're going to gut this, I highly recommend having a 7/64 hex key available to you here. And we'll go ahead and get to turning with that here. Go ahead and spin this guy, because it's going to take us quite a few turns there, I think. All right, here we go. We got that screw out, and there's a little bit of Loctite there. And now we can see that the plate actually comes off, and the nut. And what we're going to do here is just drop that cylinder out, and we could see that this cylinder is actually, this is what's fascinating, it is actually drilled for 6 pins. I kid you not. You can see there right on the top, they definitely did drill this thing for 6 pins, but they only put 4 pins in it. So, you know, that's Master Lock for you. So we'll take a look there. That's the back of the lock. I would almost kind of venture, I wonder if this thing's bypassable. That's kind of interesting. But we'll move on from that. We'll go ahead and get to gutting here. I'll go ahead and pop this C-clip off. Or actually, no, this one doesn't have a C-clip. Oh boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the key, I'm going to insert it, and what we're going to need to do is turn it until we get to this crimped part here. There we go. And then we're going to pull that, and I'm going to need a follower. I'm going to need a really narrow follower. Okay, we're going to make sure to keep that cylinder at least turned over enough. Boy, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. So we can't use our follower because it's crimped. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually use looks like we just dropped key pin number 1. So what I'm going to do, now I'm trying to think through this here, is we're going to pull this out, and as we pull, we will drop key pins, and then we're going to pull the driver pins, the security pins, from the back side. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a wonky gut, but we'll get it done. Okay. Okay, that's pin number 2. And that's pin number 3. Wow. And okay, we're going to pull our first security pin. This would be from number 4. And then here's the key pin for number 4. Go ahead and drop that in there. Okay, there's our security pin for number 3. Oh boy, it looks like one of the springs decided to launch out there. Okay. And here is the security pin for number 2. And finally, there we go. That is the security pin for number 1. And that is how you get a crimped core. So we'll go ahead and stick that there, and we'll just give you guys a look at that. It is crimped, but obviously there is a way around that. Nothing special going on there in the Bible, which is obviously where all of these security pins or driver pins would be. And then I'll pull the key from the core. Nothing going on there other than obviously it's drilled for 6, but they definitely didn't actually pin it for 6. So kind of makes me wish that, you know, I would have bought another one of these. It'd be fun to turn it into a challenge lock maybe. But so I'll go ahead and give you guys a close-up look there. And as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spools, and it immediately dropped into a false set. You know, as we were kind of picking through there, and it went pretty quick. So that's the Master Lock 100-year anniversary lock. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button, and go ahead and smash the subscribe button. It helps you out to know whenever I've got new videos dropping for you guys, something you might find helpful. Tell me what you guys think of this Master Lock 100-year anniversary lock. I obviously kind of blitzed you that thing pretty fast, so it can be a quick pick. I'll be honest with you, I think I've gotten so familiar with this lock though that it just went super fast for me. So but if you guys have picked through this lock, tell me what you think. If you've gotten you know, some interesting feedback on that, if you've had some struggles with it, let me know. Or if you guys have some of the other anniversary locks, like the 75th anniversary Master Lock, I'd certainly be interested to know if you've had that and picked through it. So go ahead and leave some comments down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.